Well, hail to you folks. What is up? Tommy.
Tommy.
Man. So I gotta say what's up, of course, to the chat. What's going on? I hope everybody's having a good Tuesday. Apologies for being late, folks. It has been a very, very hectic day around here for me. I'll get into that here in a second. But, of course, hail Tina Bojan. Hail our boy Makani. Hopefully, Makani is going to be able to jump on the panel after a while. Saheelam, what is up, bro? Good to see you. Superfan Adam Shawhan and Frank, the Wiener Dog Clan. What's up, guys? Keely Chow is in the house. Man, my boy Godzillionaire. Good to see you, Godzi. What's up? Roof Korean the base. Tony, how you doing? Parrot Head, hail to you. See some Beware the Drews out there. Yes, indeed. Man, I'll tell you what, Biden better beware of me because we're about to go off on that motherfucker here in a second. But I'm very happy to be joined by the author, Stephen Walton.
Hell, brother. But I got here late, so you got to say hi to Tommy first, because he's. Of course, we
got Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective.
I am the author, Stephen Walton, the lumber menace tree historian, your tree historian, born in the national forest, fighting for your right to get wood without splinters. We shimmy, but we do not kneel, unless there happens to be some fallen trees.
Oh man,
that's the reason I picked up drinking again.
I know. Like that. He'll drive you to drinking, man.
What's going on, y'all?
Hail, Brutal Morningwood. I see you out in the chat, brother. Dexy Doodle, my favorite gal. What's going on, Dex? Great to see you. Stig, hope you are doing well. Myself,
I know for a fact that Stig is doing very well, Drew. I have a good source that let me know that he's doing well.
Awesome. Of course, we got our boy Etep, the People's Champ. You know, I don't care what anybody says. You know, I'll mark out for Etep all the time. To me, you know, he always makes better entrances, even bigger than CM Punk. So it's great to see Etep.
Excuse me, I heard the word sources. Oh
man, bro.
You can't have a show without Doomtep hearing the word sources and having to quote my sources. Now, today, Doomtep was on r/Red. I mean, my sources tell me that we're going to have a fucking amazing show because it is I, it is he, it is me, PWD Temple Queen from the Place to Be Reviews, right here with all of yous, even the Orthodox Jews. L'chaim, my people. Great to be here, Drew. Thank you for having me on, man. Rogue Squadron, hail this chat. Tina Bojan, Brutal Morningwood, Keely Chow. I see I'm getting some shout-outs in there. Yes, that's right. Doomtep is here, my Dominions. I don't even need a modulator.
You should lead off with Doomtep all the time. I like this guy. He's got as much sense as I do. He's got all the proper channels. He's got all the things that people need to hear. Get in the chopper. Stick around for the vax. It'll be okay. Come with me if you want to live.
It's in the job chopper.
Wait until Horror Hound when Doomtep shows up in person. It is going to be epic. And until then, I bid you stay stoned, my friends. Now let me find my fluffy kitten, and we can start the show.
We're all dicks.
Oh man! Speaking of dicks, we got Jed from Pop Culture Archivist here.
Ew.
My dude, my fellow member of the hashtag Dicks Division.
Hell yeah, brother.
What's going on, bro?
Hey, brother.
Good of you to jump in and join us because we got a whole lot to talk about. And I got links out to a cast of thousands, folks. So we might have Wes Moody of the Wes Moody webcast stopping by. We've got, of course, our fellow rogues. As soon as they can get free, whoever can jump in will jump in. But yeah, we've got.
We just don't care. We can late and lazy. That's how we roll here.
We've got we've got. That's right. It's cool. It's It rolls how it rolls.
I don't know, Walton. Speak for yourself. We here at the Guinea Pig Collective, we've got an inner chronometer that tells us exactly where we need to be when we need to be there.
Any opportunity you can take to insult someone, you're there, bro.
Well, look,
of course.
Look. That's how Tuesday is, man. Tuesday is laid back. Tuesday, it's Taco and Titty Tuesday. I mean, that's just how it rolls.
Taco with Titty Tuesday. Where's Mackety when you need him?
But the thing is there's a lot going on news-wise today. A lot of stuff that I've seen out there, in the wild as far as stories I've been keeping up on. I've been standing in the heat today, folks. It's like 90 degrees here today. God, I think I waited in line at the food bank earlier this afternoon. So we desperately had to get food, my mom and I. So I went up to the food bank because we legit don't have nothing, because it's that point in the month where we're just absolutely flat busted. So, I had to go get some food today. We went, I went over to the food bank because she can't be out in this heat, and I had to stand in line nearly 3 hours because, there were a lot of people there, surprisingly, man. And that's again, politicians want to bitch and moan about stuff that doesn't matter, but yet, you see tons of Americans out there that are either homeless, in need of some form or fashion, and it's just a crying shame that people aren't getting the help that they need. So,
you know what, Drew? I mean, part of that problem seems to be now that because the government has come down and they've repressed the people so bad in so many situations all across the world, a lot of these people who may normally help other people out, they can't anymore because they can't even help themselves out anymore.
Yeah. So yeah, man, I felt like I shed a few pounds today, man, just in sweat, standing out there. Oh man, it was crazy. And then it's just been a nutso day as far as news goes. But I want to start off with obviously, let's see, where's the article here? I had an article. You
did have an article. We had some kind of we had some kind of a show set up. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's why it sounds like our show.
I stopped at Doom Tap. I was done.
I'm curious what the hell's going on here. I didn't think we came in with a plan. I thought this was just supposed to be pure chaos. I mean, I am actually quite disappointed that we actually got a plan and we got a script, and it's ridiculous because I didn't come here for a plan. I came here for pure chaos. Come on, Drew. You're ruining the script.
Plans? We don't have plans. We have pure chaos.
What kind of an operation is this, Supreme Heretic? You have the Underlord V. Well, I can't call myself VD. That would be wrong. I mean, but seriously, folks. What kind of an operation is this? There's an article right. Ooh, Breitbart too. This should be interesting.
So today, of course, Biden gave an address on Afghanistan today, and of course he had to cover in this address his Build Back Better plan, which we know by now is a load of horse shit. It's nothing but it's called the Let's Be on Team Globalist plan, because that's exactly what it is. And he basically ended his address early and walked out before taking any potential questions, because that's what he does. He walks away. He cowers from the truth. He does not want to let the American people know just exactly what's going on.
He doesn't know the truth. He's mentally insolvent. Right? This is the biggest joke we've ever had in the White House, and this joke led up. I mean, could you imagine? Could you imagine the assault Trump would be under right now for all the things that have happened?
Oh yeah.
Joe Biden's
absolutely.
100%. And he gets away with it. If there is any kind of validation, any kind of confirmation, that the globalists have the Matrix is back in control. It is everything from the coup to the election to Joe Biden not being held to any responsibility whatsoever. It's just like, he's just there. That's Pop. That's Pop. He's just doing it. I just gotta let him do what he's gonna do, like a feeble old man. It's disgusting. It's disgusting to me. I was talking to my son today because they're trying to bring the coof back up in his school, trying to whip up the fear again, trying to get everybody afraid of something that has a 99.98% survival rate. Is only 0.01% more dangerous than the flu, and they're trying to whip it all up. It's the amount of BS that the American people have allowed themselves to be subjected to over the last year, last year alone, last calendar year, is amazing to me. How many brain dead sheeple exist in the world, in the United States? A whole hell of a lot.
All of them. All of them.
It's absolutely ridiculous. And again, you've got this guy clearly walking away from answering questions from the media. And the media, it's funny that were once this guy's allies, even they now are calling it out because it's damn clear. It is damn clear.
I think the Sentinel in the chat said it best. The new catchphrase for him should be "riding with Biden." Getting trapped in the landing gear of a C-17 trying to escape Afghanistan.
And I wouldn't doubt it. Hail to Glinzer, by the way. Hail Zax. Hail to our boy Stone Loki. Loki's mornings of mischief. Arwen Avalon, my dear friend and my co-hostess, the sassy Southern Belle from the Pegasus Actual Podcast. Can't wait to see you Thursday, Arwen. As boy, do I need me some Pegasus Thursday.
Man.
But
real quick, hail to the chat real quick. Thank you guys so much for being here. Please smash the like button and share out the link. Let's get Drew monetized. Let's get him up to where he should be, to 1,000 subs. You guys can share it out on your social media. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much. We rise together and we do not kneel. Thanks.
Well, you know what? ETEP Doomtep was in here earlier. Good old ED himself. He might be able to help Drew with getting it up.
I can ask him. I think he specializes in that. He might be able to tickle. He might be able to tickle the prostate a little bit and get. I don't know.
But the thing,
my sources tell me.
But the thing is, though, quite honestly, is this is a running pattern. Because Biden hasn't answered questions after just about any press conference, and if he does, they're carefully scripted. They're it's almost like certain members of the media already know the questions ahead of time, and if they dare to ask him something off the script of those questions, like he just runs away like a scared little rabbit.
It's hard enough for him.
Come on, man! I don't know that.
It's hard to even remember anything, let alone to give a straight answer. I mean, without his handler with him.
Frankly, there is nothing he could say, because I remember the days of when this country didn't negotiate with terrorists. They laid down an ultimatum. They dared to actually lay down an ultimatum and say, all right, all of you countries start getting people out of Afghanistan, you've got till the 31st, and then, we can't, we're not responsible if there's violence, but there will be violence, and they basically just threatened everybody trying to evacuate, their respective citizens from Afghanistan. Well, Biden, he goes and complies. And says, we'll make sure everything is done by the 31st. It should be done by the 31st, which is a crock of shit, because at last tally, unofficially, there was over 100,000 people stranded still in Afghanistan. All right. And he's basically laid down the gauntlet now that we're not going to help you. We don't care. Whoever is stuck behind is stuck behind, and that's it. We've got the military out. That's fine, and that's what he's left it at. And he has basically put it on notice, saying, "Well, if people are stranded after that, it's not my fault." He's essentially washed his hands of this.
Absolutely. Haven't the Democrats been yelling about when Trump was trying to get people out of Afghanistan for the last 4 years? 4 years he was in office. Weren't they complaining about that? Were they talking about the poor children, the poor women?
Yep.
Weren't they talking about the people? And now it's screw them. because the right person's in office. I can't stand the hypocrisy of my government. I cannot stand the hypocrisy of the mainstream media. They are ignoring and not giving any responsibility, not placing any responsibility whatsoever on the leader of the free world, or should I say, the mentally insolvent of the free world. This whole situation. I mean, look. When it comes down to the people of Afghanistan, they're going to do what they're going to do. And, when it comes to placing Western values on countries that may not like Western values, that's a whole other subject. But hypocrisy, that drives me crazy. Pointing the finger at somebody and going, if you do this, this will happen. Then turning around and doing the exact same thing, watching it happen and going, yeah, I'm washing my hands. What hypocrisy is that?
We used to have a policy where we did not negotiate with terrorists.
Yep.
Yeah.
That went out the window.
Long gone. And do you suppose that maybe like after everything's said and done and they're in the back room with Biden and Kamala is sitting over top of them and saying there ain't no strings to hold you down?
No,
Right.
Nah.
Yeah.
Kamala's got the knee pads out like back in the day. Back there going, good job.
Well, she's already looks like she wants to pass the buck too. She don't want to be in charge. She don't want this shit thrown in her lap.
Oh,
so she's trying to dip the fuck out.
Well, the bad thing is if it goes past her, we know who's next, Nancy. So
that bitch is more senile. We got 2 out of the top 3 Democrats in this country are fucking senile, and one of them is insane.
Yeah,
I mean, you seriously, like Kamala Harris, like, okay, you can, bitch, you're about as black as Rachel Dolezal, all right? I'm so sick. I am so sick of this shit. I'm like, yes, I understand your heritage. You're Indian and Jamaican, and was it her great grandpappy sold slaves? Bitch, your hands aren't clean. Stop trying to act like everybody's racist except for you. You locked up more black men on fucking minor marijuana charges in the state of California under your time as Attorney General than anyone that came before you. So I don't ever want to hear you lecture anybody about racism. Fuck you. You sell your fucking family sold your own people out since back in the day, and you did it as Attorney General. You don't know shit. You're down there celebrating with the Border Patrol, but then the fence was racist for the last 4 years, right? Oh, but until it served your narrative. They don't care. My point being, they don't care about these people in Afghanistan. They don't give a shit about them. They helped America. They helped us in that place. These are people there that were like proud. They were fucking proud of America. They were like, we're going to be Americans. We're helping America. We're doing something good here. We're making shit. And then America's like, hey, sorry fam, we're out. Fuck
We don't even.
I'm sorry. We don't even negotiate with terrorists now. We just blow them. It's like, here. Yeah. Oh, what do you want? You both hands and deep throat. Joe's like, all right,
you want
Kamala,
me to tickle the balls for you too?
Just here we go. Here we go. Afghanistan. Here you go, Taliban. Right here. Fuck.
Yeah.
You know what? I mean, this really shouldn't be that surprising to anybody, because if you think about it, who supplied the Taliban? Who got the Taliban going? It was a Democrat. And
we armed them.
And again, we're seeing another Democrat empowering them further. This is just something right out of their playbook.
Yep. We've been arming them since the 70s.
Yes.
We've been giving them military equipment.
Back during the Carter administration, and we'll get right back to it. I want to just get some of the comments from the chat here.
Yeah, I can't believe he's worse than Carter and Nixon.
All right. Glinzer said it's a running pattern, all right, with Joe running faster than a child trying to escape James Gunn. Arwen makes a great point. She said it's clear Biden does not have the faculties to handle an unscripted conference, so they have to feed him what to say.
Exactly.
Dexy says, fear not all, it's just your revered leader. New Zealand's PM is definitely in the top 10 window lickers as well. Oh God, I love you guys. All of our friends from the various different countries, because you guys have such a great perspective. You are just you are no holds barred, and it's great. Zach says you guys are the most powerful country that's ever existed, and you're getting dictated to and forced to apologize. Yes, exactly. Adam makes a great point. He says, hey, fuck the Middle East. Let's take care of Americans first. And we're leaving American citizens behind. This is on a scale larger than Benghazi. Okay,
Mhm.
and we thought Benghazi was bad. This is Benghazi, but with civilians. You're not just turning back on military personnel. You're turning back on, thousands of American civilians who are American citizens.
Yeah.
That is
Well,
absolutely
you know what, Drew? Drew, here's another
unconscionable.
thing. Here's another thing I think a lot of people are missing, because some of these same idiots that are
Godzillionaire.
some of these same people that are agreeing with Biden now, we're trying to make a point saying, Trump had all this in place. We couldn't change it. There was nothing we could do. Really? Because the first thing that Biden did when he got in office is he threw out everything that Trump had in place. He threw out everything. And they went with their own narrative about how they were going to do things. So, they need to stop with that bullshit too, because they can have that dumb bitch just circling around in circles like a freaking lost idiot.
Jen Psaki.
And they just fail to realize that most of us can see through the hypocrisy. They think we're all blind and dumb.
Speak for yourself, Tom.
Yeah, the
You think I would speak for you, Walton? I don't even understand the language that you use for.
yeah, the thing is it's mind-boggling to me that we could just have a crisis like this. I mean, and this is a crisis. Not and this is just one of many, because don't forget, the southern border right now is still people pouring in, unchecked. Everybody just, come on in. There's hundreds of thousands. They're setting record numbers as far as people just flooding into the southern border every day that goes by.
But you're not a patriot. You're not caring about other people if you don't get the jab. If you don't get the jab, but you can invite hundreds of thousands of people and just let them flow across the border without
these Afghanis that they're bringing in, unvetted, by the way, these Afghanis that they're bringing in, and while I appreciate that they're rescuing people, okay, the ones that they are rescuing, they're not vetting, they're not making sure that they're vaccinated or anything. They're just rescuing them and just dropping them up on their butts in different states.
Because, Drew, they don't really care what they say. Right? The United States government does not care what they say. They don't practice what they preach. They point the finger consistently and don't own their own shit. And as far as people running from that situation, in an emergency situation, I'm willing to let a few things slide. But we wouldn't be in this situation if we had competent leadership.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree with you, Steve.
Ironcaster says, I remember day one, Biden putting 12,000 oil workers out of work. And yeah, he did. And hail to you, Darth Haster. Hail to you, Toxic Man Flu. Oh, that's a great comment. Toxic. I love it.
It's so true. So true. I did a whole video talking about how Walton was the king of simps. It's wonderful, but Biden is trying to take your crown away. Walton, you're going to have to do better, buddy.
You're gonna have to do better, Steven.
Steven, you've got to do better.
But this is a damn crying shame. And one of the points that he did make during his address was the fact that, by the way, he encouraged the American people, hey, all of you that own businesses, all you corporations, make sure that you're mandating that your employees are vaxxed. Because, they now that there's FDA approval, and I say that in air quotes because guess what, folks? A lot of the trials aren't even up on these vaccines. I repeat, the trials are not even up. The experimental phase.
Could you imagine if they treated the flu vaccine like this every year?
Drew, you're projecting, and you're a bigot and a racist for even suggesting that the poke isn't safe, according to the media, because this is all it's been on Twitter all day now. You're exactly right. It's the FDA.
I looked because it's like, okay, so this is trending that the vaccine is got FDA approval, so I'm going to go through it. And all you see is these people with masks in their profile picture, virtue signaling. There's no excuse anymore, you gross bigots. Go get the jab now, you gross bigots.
Stop worrying about this. Just stop worrying about it. I personally know the people in the FDA. They can be trusted, just like me, just like the vaccinator. Just listen to what we say. We in Hollywood know best. Where's my maid at? Go on with the show, Drew.
And remember, screw your freedom.
The thing with this FDA approval, anybody with common sense and everyone in the chat, you guys understand this. All of us on the panel understand this. This is a complete dog and pony show. All it is for show.
Yep.
The FDA approval, it doesn't do a damn thing because we know essentially the real truth about these vaccines is there's an alarming number of folks continuing to have difficulties being hospitalized, getting COVID, even if they are vaccinated.
Right.
And that's facts.
I mean, the superfan Adam says the vaccine does not even stop it, though. That's what is even the point? There's no point. This is a foul. This is a false. This is a falsehood. This is a lie, guys. It's a lie. All of it. This whole thing it's all been used for a political movement and possibly to steal an election. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, but the thing is, hey, listen, they're gonna come after me. I know that this is the type of stream that YouTube likes to sit there and slap a label on and say, oh, well, this is misinformation. Misinformation, my ass, all right?
Facts are misinformation, Drew.
The thing is, again, these things are in experimental phasing. You want to go and continue to experiment on citizens. You want to push something on people that simply wants to fuck with their genes. And that is not something that is kosher in any way.
What happens if in like a year, 2 years, 3 or 5 years, we see an increase in birth defects? These are the types of things that I think about when they want me to take something that has not been through proper testing. The FDA can't even figure out pot ain't, they don't know what weed.
I already
right. That's funny too.
We got to bring in the Great Bear
Hair.
because every stream needs some bear, big bear.
Yeah, technical difficulties. I turned the laptop on. I got no audio in my headset, and I'm just checking this, checking that, thinking, maybe the kids unplugged some shit.
You know what?
It's just one of those things, man. It just happens. It just fixed itself. I don't understand it.
That's kind of like what happens when Tommy talks. I don't hear anything.
I'm very
my
glad.
ears work again when he's done.
I am very, very, very happy that you're here, Barry. And you and I have been talking about some of this stuff privately, over the past week or so. And it's just, again, this stuff is almost like, and it's almost like Darth Haster says here. It's more like, it's almost like a forced genocide. And, while I don't necessarily want to jump to that degree,
Georgia Guidestones.
I think that Haster is right in the sense that a lot of people are getting very, very sick, and it's being covered up.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm very, very concerned about the fact that it's being covered up.
Wasn't there a social media post not too long ago about a woman that was crying because a relative died, supposedly of COVID?
Yes.
And then she was being destroyed. She was being this person deserves to be in pain. Like she was being harassed.
Just today, Stephen, I spoke with one of my buddies that lives about an hour or two away from me, and he said that his aunt that lives in NYC, she is fully vaxxed. She's one of those super paranoid about being vaxxed, the whole 9 yards, and she got COVID.
Yeah,
even though that she was double jabbed.
It must have been. It wasn't one of the other strains, Drew. It was one of the new and improved strains.
No, that's not even the point because they taken this vaccination. I mean, if they even understood what the terminology of a vaccination means, that they probably wouldn't be using it because they're trying to pass a vaccination off as an inoculation, which are two separately, two different beasts. Immunization is much different than what a vaccination does.
The problem, Tommy, is they think people are stupid and they think they can't read. But the problem that is going on today is we live in a society that can read that is illiterate. They don't understand what the hell they're reading.
Bear, that's because most people get all their information from Wikipedia. There's a few YouTubers that I've had problems with. I think that's where they get all their information. That's why they're always wrong.
There's a great thing about Wikipedia. They all have sources. You go find the source where they got it, and you can look up that source. And then if that source lists the source, you keep chasing sources. You know what I'm saying? Until you know. And if you say you use Wikipedia, you got to find some other sources to back that shit up. Because Wikipedia is edited by the everyday person that is allowed to do it.
Well, and in Wikipedia, there hasn't been a trusted source of information for quite some time.
Oh, hell no. They've never been like that.
There's some telling things about this. And to me, one of the things that stands out, and hail, Dead Man Walking, good to see you, my friend. I see that you popped up in the chat.
Dad
Man. Great to see you, bro.
Time Prophet, Dad Man, yeah.
Time Prophet, what up, bro? But yeah, the thing is this isn't being like, they're not sitting there trying to refine the actual testing. Okay, they still have this half-assed PCR test, which, by the way,
been recalled.
It's on record that it doesn't work. Yeah, exactly.
It's been recalled.
Exactly.
The PCR test has been recalled. They're not using it anymore.
Yeah, and so and
to add to that, the guy who invented because it's not a vaccine technically, it's new biotech, and it even says biotech at Pfizer. When you look at what it is, they describe it as a biotech, and it's like biotech. That's like a completely different thing from a vaccine, and there's a few different things that it delivers: the mRNA, and then the spike protein that's in the mRNA, and the guy who invented this so-called vaccine,
Robert Malone,
saying it's rubbish.
Yeah. Well, the thing that I wanted to point out is, why aren't they working on the testing and trying to find a test that picks up the quote Delta variant and picks up the quote Gamma variant or whatever letter of the Alpha variant?
Drew, they can't do that because that's like high-tech Romulan cloaking systems that they got on this thing. So there's no way they're getting through that.
They haven't even showed us the isolation of the virus. They haven't showed us that science at all. Period.
Hey, is Fauci here?
I behoove anyone to go anywhere and find that science and show it to us. They haven't showed us at all.
Hey,
I am the science.
Hey, look!
Have you heard the news?
Look,
I'm
Jack,
so elated.
It's my friend. It's my friend Fauci. How you doing, Fauci? It's me, Bo Jiden.
Oh,
I love you guys. These guys are wonderful, Fauci. You are like a god. Preach it to us, brother. Preach.
Oh, we are so elated. Did you hear we got to pay off the FDA? This shit's mandatory now. It's gonna be fantastic. 1, 2, Fauci's coming for you. 3, 4, we're gonna knock on your door.
Welcome to the new 1930s.
Yeah.
5, 6.
Hey, we're having the world. You know that Night of Broken Glass years and years and years and years ago. Well, the whole world experiencing broken glass right now, man.
Yeah.
Well, it's pretty it's pretty telling, the way that it's being handled, and what I'm trying to get back to, the point about all of this is, you can see with what's going on around the globe, essentially the fact that Australia's fallen. You've got draconian restrictions being imposed.
They're in full rebellion, protesting.
Yeah, and they're forcing ways, and I've talked to Lethal and some Rhino and a few others. from Australia. They said that there are people, and I've seen the thing that they showed us on. They have the full right to bust in your place, to take whoever they want, to do whatever they want without asking, without permission, without anything. What does that sound like from in the past?
Well, the government is operating without impunity, and that is, and when you get to that point, that's when it becomes full-on authoritarianism, and that's what you have. And hail, Nick McCabe. Great to see you both, Nick and Sam.
Hey, Nick.
Glad that you're hanging out.
We sacrificed liberty for security fucking 20 years ago when we let those bastards pass the Patriot Act.
Yes.
And then they were like, oh, we'll rescind the power. We'll rescind the power. The government, once you give them any power, they are never going to walk that back. How many times do we need to learn that lesson?
Preach.
How many goddamn times?
And who were we
Hey,
fighting
they tried
back then? The Taliban?
During Reagan in office, the Rhinos tried passing the Patriot Act. It was called something else back then. It's always been part of their plan. They've always planned this, and a little something I remember from back when I was a teenager. I first started following Jerry Garcia Band and the Grateful Dead, and we had one of these hippies. One of his nicknames was the Mad Hatter, and he said that we are living in a police state. Everything that is going on worldwide, it's a police state. I didn't really click back then when he said all these things, but basically he's right. We've been living in a police state. It's been a complete illusion.
Of course.
And we've been living in a police state since 1871, since they passed some of those laws that changed it from a constitution to a corporate constitution to a corporate United States.
Right.
Yeah, power is rarely ever given back, says Soul Assassin, and he is a dead spot on. And I love the chat's on fire right now. You guys continue to keep making great points. There are Pastor. What's happening is you have citizens, workers, contractors, all kinds of people that are stuck over in Afghanistan that do have American citizenship already and are basically, unless they can make it to the airport on their own, which, by the way, they don't even guarantee people's safety getting there.
They've shut down the airport several times, too.
What did I hear? The Reverend Graham, his organization's helping people get out of Afghanistan through land routes.
Dude, they're doing.
I just heard that today.
You've got different organizations and our allies doing more to get our own citizens and the contractors and everybody else out more so than our own government. And then our government has the audacity to bitch and say,
isn't a problem
don't
here,
do that.
Joe.
You're making us look bad.
There isn't a problem here. Didn't you hear what they said? They said the Taliban is mostly peaceful. I mean, this is like the riots from last year. There's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to see here. I mean, if they're so peaceful and there's no worries at all with the Taliban taking over, why was there video of an Afghani woman handing her baby over the wall to American troops to get out of the country if there's no problem?
Exactly.
Let me tell you,
I saw that video.
I've seen the video and the photograph.
It broke my heart.
They gave away Afghanistan. They gave it away on purpose. Okay.
Well, yeah.
We know this shit for a fact because they want to make Pakistan happy and they want to make China happy because they said all of the resources that they have there. There's trillions of dollars worth of minerals, rubies, gold, and China was there for years. They've had to sell there. And that's what they ended up doing. As soon as they gave over Afghanistan to the Taliban, those motherfucking piece of shit Chinese, they went in there and started cleaning up the money, cleaning up everything they could, minerals, rubies, right out of the mountains. Right. They did it all. This shit was all planned, all of it. And, and it does fucking connect over to the laptops and Hunter Biden because they had shit on the Biden family in all of them. Fucking Russia has the third fucking laptop. They made it crystal clear a week and a half ago when Hunter was talking to a prostitute. That shit got out everywhere. Why do you think they have the pipeline over there? They okayed it.
All right,
and ours is shut down.
You know, all these people that have been snitching on all these people, man. I like to send those motherfuckers to the west side of Gary. They call that place the Little Bronx.
Yeah,
I know people there.
Well, you know what, Eric K. To respond to your statement here, yeah, I was just talking about that. It's you know, they told the Brits stop saving our people. They literally told the Brits to stop saving our people because it was making us look bad. Well, you know, our soldiers are sitting there and they're not even being allowed to do their jobs by the administration. This is a serious issue, but it's like what Vinny was just explaining, because here's the thing, all right? Here's the thing. Again, this is all connected. They want to implode our foreign policy. They want to make the United States look weak. This is an intentional weakening and decaying of the very fabric of our country, of what makes us strong, of what gives us the stroke on a global stage. That is what they're trying to erode, because the minute that you can take away a country's identity, their national pride, all you have left is a defeated people and a husk of a nation. That is what they want to do, because remember, the globalists need for the identity of all of our different countries to go away so that they can reshape and mold them and come in like the great rescuers that say the only thing that will save everyone is a one world government. And bam, they implement the system. That has always been the end game. And you guys are seeing the machinations around the chessboard of how they're implementing the plan.
But mostly they want America gone.
Our foreign policies and all that stuff is failed completely.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's completely failed.
Dude, this was
This
was the grand implosion. This is like taking dynamite and setting it on a bridge and imploding a bridge.
It was planned. All the
absolutely.
It was planned for decades.
40 years ago.
Yeah, it's been planned for decades.
Look at how much equipment was left behind scot-free to the Taliban. Not to mention, by the way, I don't know had they mentioned this on the news, folks. Those of you that do still watch the news and whatever mainstream media, I don't think any of the mainstream outlets covered the pallets of actual cash that was left along with all of these vehicles, aircraft, weapons, you name it. Mm-hmm. Nobody said anything about the absolute, hundreds of thousands of dollars that are just left on pallets. Like, pallets
screw the American people.
And that should happen. That should happen after 9/11 too.
Guys, did you happen to hear what Biden said? Like I think it was the day of when Afghanistan went down like that.
No, was it coherent?
Yeah, it was for him and his other fucking monsters. He said the American people that are over there, fuck them. When they die, we'll blame Trump.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what he said.
I heard that too.
Yep.
Okay. This guy's a fucking evil piece of shit. They don't care about human life. Why do you think they're pushing
66 Starship Alien. It's great to see you, my friend. You are right.
The virus was patented 20 years ago.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All of it.
That's the reason why we keep seeing different variants over the past 20 years.
I can confirm.
Mm-hmm.
When Fauci
was involved.
When I created HIV and ads back in the 80s, that's what I call it. You guys all say it wrong. We made sure we got patents on everything. These viruses, they're very specially made. I brewed them myself in my pants. And I wanted to make sure I could kill as many people as possible. So that's what we're going to do. We're coming after you, kids. Remember 3 and 4, we're knocking on your door.
I love this guy. He's amazing. You should have him on more often, Drew. He is the greatest.
But this
I
is
hear Moloch is coming to town,
this is what it's all about. It's 100% anti-human agenda, and this is the agenda that they have for the entire world, folks. Maybe
it's time to go William Wallace on their fucking asses.
Well, if you think that this is just that the buck stops at the U.S., it is not, because this is a global thing. Look at how Australia already has fallen. They have fallen to authoritarianism. They're done. All right, their government 100% corrupt. Mm-hmm. It's swept over them, and they have fallen to authoritarianism.
Hey, I'm hearing that all the government building and all the infrastructure building over in Afghanistan was a cup game. They made everything look real good on paper, and I'm hearing from other sources they're saying that it never looked like they actually meant it to look like. It was a fucking pyramid scheme, basically.
Well, yeah, well, of course. And what do you think that they did with that money, Bear? I mean, they used it. Black Ops. Yeah, absolutely.
Dark projects.
Absolutely. And final. A couple weeks back, we were talking about a documentary we watched on that Stephen Greer did, and Stephen Greer has said it on record, hundreds of times. It's a military-industrial complex. They use hundreds of thousands of dollars appropriated for different things for black budget projects. Like our minds are in our we couldn't even comprehend the amount of money of taxpayer dollars that they have spent of ours that have been on black budget projects. And that's what a large amount of our tax dollars go to. And that's just facts, folks. Military-industrial complex, remember, way back, Dwight D. Eisenhower, he warned us about the military-industrial complex.
Yes, he did. The JFK did, and they
Mm-hmm.
got rid of
Yeah, he did.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the reason, one of the reasons why he got assassinated. Yeah, that's the reason why he got assassinated. One of them.
One of.
Yeah, one of the reasons.
There was a litany.
Yeah, there was a whole list.
There was.
Yeah, there was.
I mean,
you get elected, you turn on them. Yeah.
You can take your pick on it, because there were people in line wanting to kill members of that family, but it was like
was there.
But his old man pissed the mob off.
Jack.
He pissed the fucking mob off. I mean,
mob did not like them people.
After John got elected, Jack was like, "Well, fuck these motherfuckers." And my son's a president, whatever. And they're like, "Hey, we don't forget, bud.
Thanks for helping me. That put you in jail."
It's like, who helped you get in? Oh, nah, we ain't gonna do that.
And old man Kennedy trying to be all pious. That motherfucker was a bootlegger back in the day.
I know, right?
Did you forget where you came from?
That's how they made all their money, was from bootlegging and everything else.
I love Time Prophet's comment. You ain't allowed to call it black budget anymore. It has to be rainbow colored.
Yeah.
And Time Prophet said, we got rainbow police cars in Britain now. Yeah, I've seen that.
That or they're slurping that mayo Oreo crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like that one? You like that one, Bear?
Yeah.
That is some gross ass shit.
Yeah, dude. We won't mention that, Tommy, because I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose my, what little appetite that I have right at the moment. So I'm not gonna talk about that. 66 Starship Alien says, "We are ruled by despots in Aussie. Stupid leaders here too. I don't blame our cops. They follow orders like the SS, but the home." Jail us, especially in Melbourne. Lockdown for over 200 days is criminal. Yes, it is. You can't
think about it. Tell a vision. Programming.
Yeah, I mean, in Starship. Imagine that. I know that here in the States, the Depression hit me hard, hit a lot of people hard when we were locked down, unable to work, told we couldn't work, completely destroyed the distribution in this country. I mean, there's like stores be running out of stuff just out of nowhere. What has been done to the infrastructure, what's being done to people, to children who can't go to school. My son's school year last year was awful. He had no interaction. He had plans on going and playing sports. He wanted to play football, wanted to play baseball. But because of something that's 0.01% more dangerous than the flu, he was locked in, and could not grow. As a young person, I can only imagine what it's doing to you guys over there. My heart goes out to my Australian brothers and sisters, man, because I just couldn't imagine.
That's how we designed it.
But
it's working perfectly.
Hail, Dolphin, how you doing?
Hail, Dolify. What's up, bro? I know you should.
What up?
That is the problem, though, with this thing is this is how you demoralize people. You take away their autonomy. You take away their freedoms. And then, like you said, you heard that spokeswoman talking a while ago about incentivizing people to get the vaccine. You get your freedoms back if you get the vaccine. Fuck you. There's a document that was written from the start of this country called the Constitution. That's what gives me my God-given inalienable rights. You don't have to give. You can't give me something back that you motherfucking can't take away.
And let's not forget the Nuremberg codes, all 10 of them. It violates all of them.
Yep.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. A lot of people were talking about this kind of shit way before that. I remember when Cullen was still on freaking YouTube, he was talking about the way it was going almost 2 years ago. I mean, it's been foretold. They knew it was heading in this direction. And as far as when this shit started with the spamdemic, I mean, quite honestly, we're starting to see now where videos are leaking where they're talking about farmers, right, Bear? Where these farmers are being told to destroy crops. You don't think that happened the first time around?
Oil, too.
Yeah.
They're dumping oil in the middle of nowhere, and they're paid to do it. They're literally mowing all their crops, and they were paid to do it. And these are farmers making Twitter videos and wherever they can put them at. And I found
And what's the most hilarious thing about it? This is coming from the same people. The people that sent the orders to these farmers and people are the same ones that are now telling you this vax is safe. The FDA.
Yep.
Listen, we paid them. I mean, it's perfectly safe. Perfectly safe.
What's the Federal Agriculture Department name?
The booster. We paid them too. The boosters are what's key. Okay. You got to take 4 or 5 or 6 of them. Whatever does the job. Whatever's going to kill you. I mean, whatever's going to stop the variants, the Cuomo variants, all that stuff. Yes, it's by design. Trust the science. Trust Fauci. Pray to me every single day.
And remember, folks, when you see the media, people's lips moving, lies are pouring forth.
Ignore the man with the beard. Take your shots.
Yeah, they don't. If you look at the media, every single station says the same damn thing. I love how they put. I would laugh, man. I don't even watch my local news. That was the only thing I used to watch was my local news, and I didn't watch that. They put their little COVID counter up every day, and I just laugh. I was like, shut the fuck up! Like you motherfuckers are. It's like snow days. Remember, how you used to put up on your local news stations put snow. There's like, oh well, there's this many cases in this county. I'm like, how do you know? You are not getting these numbers by the minute. Shut the hell up.
So.
And I drive by 2 hospitals regularly, and these hospitals are not overflowing
at all.
No.
You remember when they were saying all these hospitals were overflowing?
Yes.
And then all of a sudden we had YouTubers in the Bronx, YouTubers on the West Coast, YouTubers everywhere going in. And this don't look busy to me. And they caught nurses dancing and doing stuff they did because they were not
those
busy.
TikTok videos.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Dolified, that's it, brother. That's where I'm at. If you want to get it, this is my thing. If you want to get it, you know what? I don't denigrate anybody if you want to get it. But that's it. Don't try to get. Don't be sanctimonious and I have the moral high ground now because I got the jab. Okay, cool. You got it. Awesome. I'm not going
it's
to.
Like, I may be done having kids and all that, but I'm not going to get no jab that makes me shoot blanks.
Oh, did you do a Scotty Bear? What's going on here? Well, you know what? Here's one of the things over here in Florida. One of the biggest hospitals in my area, it's part of like Fort Myers, is Lee Memorial, and it's a pretty big hospital. And usually, if there's any like serious trauma patients, they get actually airlifted in from other counties surrounding us. So this hospital is like a main hub for a lot of counties down here in Southwest Florida. They are actually packed with patients, and they're getting most of the COVID patients too. So what's happening is they're using that as the template to say, well, look how bad it is there in Florida. Well, yeah, you're not taking into consideration that all these other hospitals...
It's called stacking the deck.
Yeah. All the other hospitals in surrounding areas are not taking these patients. They're all getting shipped to one hospital so they could run the narrative. They're like, how bad is... Look how bad this is. It's terrible.
Of course.
Tommy,
or they'll take this narrow strip and put a whole bunch of people this narrow strip in a camera angle, and they'll record it and saying, "Oh my God, look at this!" And then all of a sudden, someone was there and caught a video of it. It's like, nah, they lying.
Yeah, exactly, Bear.
They put you on a breathing machine. You might not come back out.
Notice that any of these videos that these people take, I guarantee you they won't do it in that 360-degree mode, because then you can see. they won't do it in that. Resolute Juror makes a great comment, and this is all something that we need to be aware of as well. Look for a drop in fertility rates in the next couple of years. They're not very public about that side effect, and that's
remember the Shen from Stargate SG-1, the Shen.
Yep.
Remember what they did?
Yep. Exactly.
It's about population control. Look, this is the thing. The population of the planet has exploded from 4 billion in 1990 to what it is now. The elite need to have control. There are too many of us. If we all stood up together and said, nah, F you, to the elitists, to the globalists, to the people in charge, they would have no shot. None whatsoever. They have to control the population.
Exactly.
I just watched a YouTube video the other day, and it was a couple of different scientists that got together that were talking about all the land mass around the world, and they're saying the overpopulation thing. They're saying it's not exactly true because of all the land mass that we have around the world. They were saying we could go to 10 million and still be comfortable,
or billion. It's not that. I think it's more about like how much fertile land how much good farmland we have. But what I'm more concerned with all the fat asses going to McDonald's, just depressing the United States down into the earth.
I could tell you a little bit about land reclamation. About 30 years ago, they decided they want to do land reclamation, and so they took orange peels. And this piece of land, I forget where the hell it was at, but this piece of land was desolate, had nothing growing on it. And so they dumped tons and tons and tons of orange peels. And then a competitor rival found out, and they were pissed. So they sued them and stopped it from happening. Guess what? 10 years later, it was a thriving forest, lush, ready to be used.
I remember that. Yeah, I know that
like
story.
That. Yeah. And so we can reclaim land. We can preserve it. We can get it back and bring it back because of what they did with orange peels.
Dexy Doodle says, I put on a mask for the first time yesterday. They wouldn't let me in the supermarket without one. They provided it, and I took it off and smelled the scented candles anyway. And you know what, Dexy, man, that's awesome, man. That's just one of the many reasons I love you, my dear. You are adorable and precious. And, God, I wish you could send me an apple pie across all the miles. I would give my teeth to try some of your baking.
Time profit. That's true. Bill Gates has been buying up a lot of farmland.
Yeah.
Bill Gates owns the most.
Owns the most farmland in the United States. Welcome, JM Cruz, aka Stay at Home Podcast. Great to see you, my friend.
Yeah,
we've got
it's Gates in China. They put up all the farmland. That's it, because they don't want us to even have protein. They want us to be weak. They want us to be sick, and they want people to they want the bodies to pile up, because that's what's going to end up doing. If you saw what was going on, take a look, go to Rumble, go to different places where they're not banning everybody. There are top doctors around the world. The one
on Rumble.
Yeah, on Rumble. We call Odyssey as well. There's the doctor. the Hasidic Jewish doctor, the one that saved millions of lives around the world. He's the one who found out hydroxychloroquine stops COVID or gets people better from it. And they put out a fucking mandate as soon as Trump said that everyone should have this, all hospitals should have it. They put out a false narrative that said that people were dying from it, and that doctor. Exactly. Yeah. That doctor said it, and he confirmed it. After they said it was illegal, then they backtracked because other doctors were saying, where's that study? That's bullshit. So they had to retract it. But when they did it in quiet, so no one would fucking know.
Well, that's one of the things that a lot of the mainstream media outlets were doing too, Vinny, is they were talking about that shit when Trump was talking about it and saying this is bullshit. It's like an untested treatment for it. And, it's one of those things that's been around since what, like the 70s or something?
Yeah.
Well, that and ivermectin, they keep shitting all over that. That stuff helps. That's the shot. By the way, that's the shot that Trump got. He didn't get any of these COVID shots. He got hydroxychloroquine, ivermectin, and 2 other things that they put in his concoction.
The stuff that works.
Stuff that works. He did not get the same vax.
ETEP, I know you said that you wanted to promote something super quick, so go ahead and do that. And then I'm going to let Steven do his outro because our boy has to head to work. So, all right, ETEP, go ahead.
I just wanted to show this off. I got
snap.
Sunsworn Edge of Annihilation today.
Blow the screen up, man.
It blew Red sent me
Shout
this.
out to our boy Red Gate.
Yeah, this will be the first novel I've actually got to read in I don't know how long, but I got one more here, and this is motherfucking beautiful right here. I got Bonds.
Bonds from Miriam.
It is from the packaging on this is gorgeous.
It's fantastic.
I mean, it came with I got some prints and I got cards, but the book, like my wife was like, "Can I look at that?" And she's looking. She's like, "This is beautiful." I'm like, "Yeah." I mean, just I have to show this off just real quick.
Rogue Entertainment artists, right there.
Yeah, this is Katie killed it with this. I mean, these are some of her prints here that I got. Make sure my light's not shining.
It's amazing art, and you can support these projects, folks. Bonds and Sunsworn, Red Gaze and Miriam both.
Shadow of the Kraken.
Killing it. Vinny is killing it with Shadow of the Kraken. And I mean, there's good stuff. So no matter what the mainstream tries to tell you and Big Hollywood tries to tell you, we're making our own stuff.
Yes, we are.
And this is just another example that shows you, the power of creativity. And so many of you guys, you have it. You have it in you to do something awesome creatively.
I'm not going to show much off because I don't want just right here, just that first. I mean, it's
amazing.
Beautiful.
It is the art in this. It is. It's just.
And I believe they use my printer as well. I can confirm I got this book. I was backer number 2. I just got mine the other day as well. Amazing. I put it all over Twitter. The work they did, the packaging that Red did on this. The highest quality you're gonna get.
So, I'm hoping mine arrives in one piece because my my local subcontracted mailmen, they're not trustworthy at all. They tend to like to leave my mailbox door open too when it rains. Beautiful.
Well, he does put this in a bag, so they can't see the box.
I want to highlight really quick stay-at-home podcast comment. Ivermectin is being demonized so bad out here where I'm from. They treat people like real outcasts. They even mention that it's a viable treatment option. Absurd. Yes, it is.
You
remember the HCQ you mentioned earlier?
Yep.
They've been using that for almost 60-something years in Africa for malaria.
Yeah. They have, Barry.
And have you noticed you don't hear about any COVID-19 stuff coming out of Africa?
That's why they murdered 5 of the presidents in Africa, because they said they will not bring the vaccine there. So they
didn't one of them survive? Didn't one of those survive the assassination attempt?
Possibly, I don't know.
I think one of them might have survived the assassination attempt. I thought I heard that somewhere in the news.
But Dexy, I'm going to keep my mind from going in the gutter, please.
Yeah, but this is why they did that shit, and they keep trying to shit all over like ivermectin for a specific reason. Because if these doctors can get you to get fully vaxxed, they get an extra $80,000 bonus each doctor.
Can't wait for the war crimes to begin.
That's why they're pushing.
Can't wait.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and let Steven do a nice outro here because we're gonna continue our discussion, but he has to take off for work. So take it away, sir.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Please keep watching the show, share the link, and smash that like button. Thank you so much for supporting all these wonderful channels. Please make sure you are subscribed to everybody on this panel. Support independent creators, whether they are on YouTube, whether they are novelists, whether they are artists. That is the future. The industry is going to try and tell us to F ourselves, call us biggest, try and separate us, try and divide us. Screw them. We don't need them. We have an entire indie sphere of people out here that are creating works, passionate people, passionate creators that are putting out campaigns. Please support your local independent creators. If it's something that you're not interested in, share it out. Share out a link because every single book sold is a fuck you to the industry. Thank you guys so much for being here. Hail the
Did he
chat.
robot, or is it just me?
Yeah, robot out. My bad. I got too loud. I am author Stephen Walton, the fandom historian, born in the chats with my brothers and sisters, fighting for our modern mythologies. Monetize your haters and support independent creators. Wash your hands, wash your ass, be good to each other.
Yep, and Steven, don't forget Pegasus Actual Thursday with our girl Arwen.
That's right. Also, please check out, let's see, tomorrow night, we got the Dump on Spork News Podcast at 7:30. Going Rogue is going to be on ETEP's channel, The Place to Be Reviews at 8:30. On the Red Gazes channel at 6:30 is going to be Rogue's Gallery. That's where Rogue Entertainment promotes independent creators. Then please check out the Rogues at 11 o'clock on Friday night on my channel. Mackany 90, Mackany Draws is going to have Rogue Entertainment this weekend at 7, and the Dump again at 9:30. Thank you guys so much for supporting Rogue Entertainment. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Be good to each other. Peace.
See you, Steven.
See you, Steven.
So
he's got saplings to water. So
we're gonna highlight this from Vinny. Tell us what you got here, Vinny.
Yeah, I'm finishing up this page, so I thought Steven would have stayed for some tits, but he left already. So I guess
he's not into people anymore.
Hey, listen. You already got no complaints from me, homeboy. I'm sitting there like taking it all in.
Is it Vinny? I'm looking at this page right, and I see these two fine ass women right in front, right? And wait, look, my eyes go right to because I know that's that girl back there in the blue. Is that the girl in the blue? Is that the pirate chick in the blue? Yeah.
My eyes frame them with dialogue as well.
Yeah.
My eyes went right to her because she's fine. She's fine and she's a badass.
My boy Don, my fellow writer vowed again to comics, man. He's just like if Don were on this panel right now, he would be ringing the bell for this shit because yeah.
Hit that like button. Nice. Shadow of the Kraken. You guys are gonna love it. Make sure run out, support it as soon as you can. I'm working hard on this. I'm trying to get it done by the end of the year, maybe bleeding into 2022. But again, I am a very trusted creator. 5 campaigns in under 3 years, one of which was a hardcover. So you guys are gonna get the best. You know, I know.
Arwen said, "I want the Pirates mug of beer." Okay.
Excellent. And again, there's some beefcake for the ladies in here as well. I think some people have seen the pages that we had our male characters.
Brutal. 66 Starship Alien said, "The guys on the barrels have got cute bum cracks. Hello, sailors."
See, there you go. There's something for everybody in here.
Nice. Yeah.
I love it. So,
Keely Chow says, "Please make the Shadow of the Kraken Port Barrier a reality by backing Shadow of the Kraken." And I mean, it is a very good pirate story. Vinny's really put his heart and soul creatively in this project, and just as you can see, folks, from here, these panels are so high quality. It's just something that you don't get in our comics now. We don't. This isn't the Cal Arts bullshit. This isn't the oh, we're gonna whap you over the head with quote forced representation. There's nothing like this. You've got, you can see the setting, you can see the historical precedents, you can see, the detail in the characters, and that's what to me stands out in a creative project. That is what I enjoy as a person that would want to buy comics, and that is what is so missing in a lot of our modern entertainment right now across the industries, and it's so sad, but it's true.
I really appreciate it, man, because that's it. I put my heart and soul into every.
I know you have, my friend. I know you have, and and I want to see you get your due for this project, because it is a very high quality project, and it's a purchase I think a lot of people are going to be happy with when they get their copy. So,
amen, brother.
Also, folks, don't forget, I may not be monetized, but you can support the channel by using this link. This does help. It functions just like a super chat, because the great thing about Stream Elements is it goes to the creator. Okay, so instead of YouTube taking that 30%, the creator gets 90%, and Stream Elements gets 10. So
yeah, so you will respect Drew's super hat.
But again, if you would like to support the channel in that manner, please do. Please feel free to use that link, and thank you so much, because no matter what, I am just very, very happy to have you here, folks. Very happy for us to sit down and have a discussion about the truth and what's really going on. And I'll tell you, there's times that I actually, I have a crisis where I wonder if the word is getting out or if I'm making a difference. And one of the coolest things happened the other night, because one of my broadcasting idols, the person that I look up to as far as, pursuing the truth, the great John B. Wells, awesome broadcaster in his own right, followed me on Twitter. And to me, it might not mean a lot to some people, but to me, that was like the equivalent of having somebody like, for a writer, having like Stephen King follow you or something like that. I mean, that meant a lot to me, because that tells me that, the big boys, whether they say it or whether or not, the big boys and the big girls are paying attention to what I'm saying. Word is getting out, and it's so flattering. And I'm just so thankful I get the opportunity to bring the truth to you folks and have the discussions that need to be had, ask the questions that need to be asked. And I'm going to continue to do that no matter what.
Absolutely, brother. Hell, that is awesome.
Yeah.
Man, Godzillionaire, thank you so much, my friend. Tina, thank you. I also want to, before we continue on, I promised my buddy, my former co-worker at Bounding Into Comics, and my dear friend Jorge, which by the way, he is awesome people. But I want to go ahead and throw this in the chat for you guys. Jorge's wife makes wonderful jewelry and things like that. If you can support her endeavors, that would be awesome, because she really does. And I'll tell you, if you want a good alternative to buying, because everybody's living on a budget right now. If you want an alternative to go out, get something nice for your wife, or get something nice, if you know somebody that's getting married, get a nice wedding gift. Well, you can go and get some wonderful jewelry from Jorge's wife, and it does help their family, and they're amazing people. and that's what it's all about. I would rather go and support the endeavors of our community at large instead of put money in the corporate pockets that are turning around and taking that money and funding the destruction of our nation. So, let's support one another. So
Amen
thank
to
you
that.
so much. And all right, we'll continue on with our discussion. So we talked about Biden and we talked about what's going on. And one of the things that he touched on in his address was the fact that, again, urging the businesses to mandate that their employees be vaxxed. Well, guess what, folks? And I can tell you this being from Ohio, okay? Down in Columbus at Ohio State, no sooner did Biden make this announcement. Today, it also came out. Ohio State now is requiring all students, all faculty, all athletic participants be vaccinated or be essentially expelled. This is 100%
Evil.
overreach. It is draconian. But again, you are
Violates the
seeing
Fourth Amendment.
Yeah, you are seeing this real time implemented at a major college, because Ohio State is not, just run of the mill small college life. This is a major university, okay, major Big Ten university, and this is clown world. But again, we talk about the medical discrimination. Well, you're seeing it now. This is medical segregation to the highest degree. And Arwen, I love you, dear. I will actually, hopefully you're free a little bit later. I was thinking about giving you a jiggle. There's a couple things I wanted to talk to you about. So,
Drew,
yeah.
Tina Bojan's comment at 821.
Okay, let me find
What the fuck?
For an online.
I had to be vaccinated to keep my part-time teaching job,
Oh,
and
Jesus.
I teach online-only courses.
Jesus.
This is fucked up what they're doing to people. Holy shit.
Now that is just wow, Tina. Oh my God. I would absolutely love it sometime, Tina. If you have a working microphone available, I'd love to get you on a stream to chat or do an interview with you about this, because this is definitely worth talking about, and I want to again continue to shine light and bring truth to folks. So if you could make time to do that, that would be wonderful, because
That would be fantastic.
I would like for you to tell your story.
Absolutely. Tina's awesome too. By the way, I did your book's in the mail. You're through the woods. But yeah, Tina's fantastic. Guys, remember, put love out there for everyone who, if they were forced to do this, if they had to take it, because this is getting insane. We need to start standing up to all this shit, because they are coming for us. That's it. Just keep looking at Australia.
Time Prophet, you're right. It is like right now, like the modern day purge. It is. And what's so sinister about it is they're doing it right, and it's not even under our noses anymore. They're doing it right out in the open.
Yep.
But we're essentially, they're making us powerless to do anything about it. And the thing that I think really is frustrating about it all is they are openly goading us and backing us into a corner in order to elicit a violent response. Because when we actually do have to resort to that as the last resort, they're going to turn around and put that back on us and say, oh, you see, these are non-civilized people, and they're going to try to demonize the citizens as being the enemy. They already have, but they're going to do that big time when that does happen. Yeah, it's Adam says we are just at the start. Yes. Tree Rock Creations. At Supreme Heretic, what the hell? Do these universities allow credit transfers to another college if the students refuse the vaccine? Give me all my money back then, SOBs. Yes. That is
hey, Federal Trade Commission, file complaint.
That is the thing. Yeah, but they're the government. What are they going to do? Throw it in a pile?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who controls the Federal Trade Commission. As soon as there is enough complaints, they automatically file a class action suit.
Yeah,
that's how the Federal Trade Commission has always worked.
Superfan Adam Shawhan says, we have been dealing with this bullshit long before COVID. Look at what we go through just to get our insulin. And yeah, on top of all the ailments that my mom has and, everything else, she is a diabetic. And, for her to get her test strips or things of that nature, okay, we have to go through so many different hoops. And then in some cases, thankfully with her test strips, they are covered by Medicare, but for thousands of people, they're not. Okay. Insulin, again, the prices for insulin. President Trump did have a price freeze in for insulin, for EpiPens, for things like that. And then what happened when the Biden administration got in? One of the first things they did was to take off that price freeze. I mean, it's reprehensible. This is reprehensible. And
at one point, and I know this question has been asked numerous times, at what point did they stop with this push for it? I mean, aren't we getting close to 50% of the population already has it by now?
Well, Tommy, they don't talk about things like herd immunity. They don't talk about people building up antibodies. They don't want people to discuss that, because when you have that discussion, all of a sudden the narrative crumbles, doesn't it?
Well, I mean, here's the reason I'm asking for it. I'm just out of the blue, I'm asking this because at what point do they stop with this nonsense? Because you look at like one of the more deadly diseases that we've had over time, which was eliminated through inoculations, and it was eliminated through live inoculations. What's up, Wes?
And that was Moody of the Wes Moody webcast.
And that was smallpox.
Man, I've got my favorite people here. This is great.
Yeah,
but that was smallpox. Smallpox was eliminated through vaccination, but it took some time. And in the United States, it was only something like 30 some odd percent, 31%, 32% of the people in the United States were vaccinated against it. And smallpox mortality rate was a lot higher at about 30%. So at what point do they stop pushing it?
I think Adam's correct on this. It'll never go away. This is the plan. And Resolute Germ says the same thing. They don't stop.
Yeah, but that's the thing. They keep preaching that, these percentages of people that need to be vaccinated. At what point do people start waking up? At what point do people start looking back through history to see what really happened and how most of these diseases have been eliminated?
When they start dying in mass from the vaccination.
Yeah, well, but they're hiding that already, Bear. We've already heard some of the horror stories that have happened to people, especially parents who have had their children just like completely had all the life taken out of them, become shells of them for themselves.
I've found a hashtag on Facebook, and they're not hiding any of those stories.
Yeah,
I was really shocked.
Small Time says, I'm mandated to get my first jab by September 2nd with my job. Needless to say, I'm stressed. And listen, Small Time, my heart goes out to you, man, because, look, folks, I have the issues that I have with my back and whatnot. And, I haven't had an easy time trying to find a job because I've applied for a few jobs. And, when they ask you if you have limitations, if you put in there what's actually wrong with you physically, especially with the higher wages now and everything else, these companies won't take a risk on anybody that has a any sort of back injury, because they don't want a workman's comp claim.
And the funny thing is, you can't get away with not telling them, because then you could be liable.
Right, you could be liable and they can sue you. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. But the thing that I wanted to get to is, at least fortunately, I can try to eke out some sort of marginal wage by doing content creation and by working at mounting. And I'm thankful for that, because otherwise, you could get into a situation where, and it's going to start even more, the retail places are going to start also requiring the vaccination. I'm sure Walmart will be one of the first to jump on board with this, and so will a number of other places. And, Wes, go ahead, chime in where you want.
Hey, Wes.
Well, I just got here, just got done doing work stuff, so I need to mindset shift here. I think I agree with Bear that when people start dropping dead, it's going to be impossible for them to cover it up anymore. And, and I agree with, who did the comment that is the plan?
That was superfan Adam Shawhead and Resolute Germ. They were both talking about that.
It's clearly the plan. I mean, there's so much evidence that that's the plan. You have, the smoking gun is Bill Gates innovating to zero speech, and then Bill Gates' history with this jab.
Yep.
And it's a smoking gun. I mean, they tell you right there exactly what the plan is, and then you have the SPARS pandemic simulation, and then you have Event 201. And
the teachers in my region, September 2019, they trained for the online schooling program.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's September 2019, and then March 20, the lockdowns began, and me, Wes, and everybody, we all knew, because I found out and I told everybody in my inner circle.
Yep. Resergam says
2 weeks before the lockdown happened.
Resergam says Walmart has the dead peasant clause on its employees. Of course, they'll impose the jab. Yeah, and Resergam, look, I worked for Walmart years ago. I know how they work. They do not value people one bit. So 100% agree.
Drew, Drew, look at the private chat, and I want to mention that if possible, or if you say no, I want you to check that first.
The Rumble link, you mean?
No. Look in the private chat. You'll see something new I put in there. Something I watched. I was mortified by it.
Oh, the one that I sent you?
Yeah.
I don't know if you. I don't know. I can't remember if it was you sent it or. But I watched it and I couldn't believe it.
Yep.
Yeah. There was a thing, and I heard about that. And
it was live TV broadcast in Australia, right?
They forcibly vaccinated. They took kids without the parental consent and force vaccinated. Hundreds of kids. Yeah,
it was a Coliseum full of kids.
Yeah, and
like the football Coliseum. Something about that size.
Yeah. It's about the size of a minor league stadium here.
It can fit 24,000 people.
24,000 people force vaxxed.
But again, this is stuff that you're not hearing in the mainstream. And God, I would love to get into. Boy, John B. Wells would be proud of me, because I would love to get into the territory one of these times. And Wes and I will probably have to discuss this where, because we've never talked yet about what they're spraying us with overhead, which, by the way, has been also going on for decades and been
some type of powdered aluminum, amongst other chemicals.
Yes. Letting that loose within our atmosphere. And,
they're starting to warn mountain climbers now about melting the snow up in the mountains. Got all kinds of atmospheric particles they've been spraying up there.
But they have been. But there have been specific, set altitude flights sorties, if you will, of different aircraft that are specifically spreading things into our atmosphere, and it has happened, for a long time. And I shouldn't say atmosphere, in the skies above us. And that's been going on for a long time, hasn't it, Wes?
Quite a while.
Yeah. But
I mean, you could see that, they tried to say that it was contrails. Well, a contrail looks way different from a chemtrail, all right?
Yes, it does.
A contrail dissipates pretty quickly. The chemtrails stay up there for a very, very long time.
Yes, they do.
And you can even see, it's almost like they rub it in your face too. You can see the X's that they mark.
Oh yeah. I've seen that, Wes, where you have aircraft and you can see these trails like in running off in almost a cross or an X shape, and it's crazy.
Maybe they don't want us to see that super really large planet on the other side of the sun.
Yeah. Tina says, did you read the story about the high school in Washington State forcing unvaxxed athletes to wear ankle monitors for social distancing and contact tracing? Wow.
Jesus.
That is Jesus.
That's messed up.
If a mask works, then we would need no vaccine, right? Again, them going back to the masks is just hilarious because clearly on the box it tells you, this mask is not made for.
It will not
protect you. There's a religious opt-out form in Washington State, and I don't know if those of you know this, but I am an ordained minister.
No, nice.
And there's a lot of people that are starting the religion of the dudeism, dude. And,
the dude abides.
Some people, and the religion is called the dude abides, I think, and it's some friends of mine here in the Olympia area. It's the local resistance in this area.
Well, I mean, you should be getting tax exemptions as well, there, right?
So in other words. Those of you that have been part of counterculture, hippies, followed the Grateful Dead, if any of those people are saying, hey, it's okay to get that jab and all that stuff, and Bob Weir is making everyone get the jab if you want to be down the pit, that's not what the fucking Grateful Dead's all about.
So
that's just a bunch of bullshit. And there are hippie movements out there that aren't forcing people to get the jab. There's one particular one I know of. Once I remember, I'm gonna put their link everywhere so that way people can listen to some really good music and stuff like that, other than my own.
So by the way, one thing that you guys will chuckle about, and we need to get to a lighter topic in a way, but it's not. This is definitely related. But the thing is Biden's approval rating has gone down to 41%, and I think that's generous.
It's at 29% now.
Yeah.
You gotta keep in mind that the mainstream media is carrying the water for this guy. So if it's that low and they're reporting it, you can't even imagine.
Oh
what it really is.
I guarantee it's even lower.
I would say they're actually carrying piss water.
I would say that too. And don't forget that they're still so nasty and what they're trying to get away with. Did you see the shots of the airport they said in Kabul that they had footage and it looked like, I don't know, maybe there was 6 double doors or whatever, and people were just flooding in. Well, they found out where that footage is actually from, and it's not in Afghanistan. It was from Dallas. It was the Dallas Cowboys Stadium. People from 2019 rushing in to get tickets. And they said that it was Afghanistan. They got caught red-handed.
Hey, what was it, the C-130 they were showing?
Oh, ABC News.
Falling off of?
Yeah.
Well, if you look at that picture, I've had some other military people that are familiar with that aircraft. When the turbine inside's spinning, whether it's in a little bit of shadow or not, you can see that hub. It's visible.
It was all blacked out.
And there was nothing in there. It's all dark. And I was checking out the windows, and compared to the same aircraft on a different runway, the same similar aircraft with a different flight number on it, but the same aircraft, you could see in the windows. They were tinted, heavily tinted, but you could see a little bit in. You could see some depth to them.
Yeah.
Now on the other ones, you couldn't at all.
And I mean, just taxiing as well. Wouldn't the heat from that fucking plane?
There's another thing. A tech guy says you can't even be 15 feet in front of it because you'd end up freaking hamburger meat and juice.
That's
at the
the
rear
point
of the
I'm
engine.
making as well. Yeah.
You can't stand in front of that stuff. You can't be nowhere near it. And there's all kinds of people right in front of that stuff. No, you're gonna be juice. You can't stand nowhere near in front of those high-speed turbines, man. No way.
They just love lying to people. That's just what they do.
Yep. Yeah, I've heard the same thing about the engines, that you don't want to be anywhere near them. That there's a lot of suction and.
Oh yeah, my dad used to
grinder.
Tree Rock Creations. I wouldn't put it past them to do something like that, man. I absolutely. To use Nike to push a message, yeah. I wouldn't doubt it one bit.
Yeah, it is getting just fucking freaky out there. There's shit that they're still trying to get away with, the shit that they're pushing on people. There's a reason why I keep pulling out the Alex Jones thing. I keep going into it because it is bullshit. This is all staged. It's all fucking planned. We know this. Infowars.com. We've had the info for years. I've been telling you people.
Hail boobs! Thank you.
Sure, I'm
for
not
the
psychic.
$2.50
We got the documents.
Hey, highlight Small Time's comment at 38 after the hour.
Okay.
Now, this says the only reason the mainstream media hasn't criticized the current administration is because they don't ever want to pull out of Afghanistan. No, I think the actual reason why they're actually doing it is because I don't think they want to be so obvious that they're part of the narrative, and they're trying to sound like they're not part of the narrative. I think it's some smokescreen, and I think they're absolutely just full of malarkey.
Yeah, well, that's it. Biden said it. Biden said it, I think, on day one when this was going down. He said, all those people who are trapped over there, if they die, fuck them, we'll just blame Trump. That right there tells you they don't give a shit about people. Biden and his administration, they don't care about anyone. This is all smoke and mirrors. It's all bullshit. They're trying to make sure Pakistan's going to be happy.
Thanks for putting that out there, Godzillionaire.
Well,
yeah. Go ahead, Wes.
Oh, when Biden was vice president, it was widely reported that there was a disagreement and that he was advocating for getting out of Afghanistan. So, I mean, I don't have a high opinion of the man, and I do think that, there was fortification that happened in 2020 to get him in there. I think the mainstream media doesn't want us to leave, and the powers that be don't want us to leave, and that this is a prelude to a false flag to get us back in there. My opinion.
Well,
I think that's pretty credible. I think that's what they will do, because you know what? It's in their playbook.
Yeah.
If they want to do it after the fact, right now, China wants all their shit over there. That's why they had cells in place already. China's been there for years. They waited. They had to wait 4 years for Trump to get out in order to pull this. That's why they're doing it, because China is cleaning up money. They're making trillions off the material that they have there. All the resources, I told you, the rubies, the gold, all that shit. And all the weapons and stuff we left behind, that's perfect for the black market. Russia's already been buying up a whole bunch of American equipment and shit.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but isn't this sort of like almost similar to like a Charlie Wilson's War scenario where they just handed over, wink, wink, a bunch of weapons, vehicles, and everything to like a hostile foreign army and said, "Here, play with these."
Yeah,
and I feel like it's almost like the military-industrial complex is trying to set up another war.
Yeah, well, Lara Logan said it too. She says, "Excuse me, these guys, there's no way they could have taken over the country like that unless all the soldiers were told to stand down, and they were told to stand down." And there's people in the military that are coming out and they're starting to speak as well. So trust us. Rumble, Odyssey, they're going to start coming out. You're going to start hearing other stories.
Oh, it already
Oh,
is.
damn
It already
true,
is.
yeah.
I've seen some stuff popping up on Rumble.
There you go.
Keep in mind that I live really about, in some places, about 5, 10, 15 minutes away from Fort Lewis Joint McChord. And the airfield, the road that I drive down, I see these aircraft, the same aircraft they showed, taking off all the time. And I tell you what, you won't see no one near the front of that engine at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I watch them. Sometimes I'll pull over and I'll watch them take off because it's kind of cool, gotta say.
Mm-hmm.
And I lived in Lakewood, where when they were taking off, they were going right over the apartments. And so in this area, you got a lot of opportunity to watch all these aircraft take over, and you can see all the safety precautions that they're doing right there by just watching them do their thing.
Well, I will say this though. I mean, I still stand by the comparison that I think that for Biden will never live this down, and this is his Benghazi.
Yeah,
I think that's that.
No, worse.
I think
this is his Iran.
Yeah.
This is Iran.
I don't know. Who knows even how there he is? It's really. I mean, he's pretty far gone.
Yeah, is he even he?
He's not. He's mentally.
He looks nothing like what he used to look like. He looks weird.
He looks like a husk of a person.
You just look at the guy, and there's nothing going on there. It's if he can't see the teleprompter, you see him. He just trails off, mumbles, and he'll just walk away, and that's it. And nobody calls his punk ass out on it because he's pop. And he was adorably incompetent and idiotic as the vice president under Obama, and now he's just a tragic train wreck as quote unquote the most the highest vote total in American history for a president. Like I said, I find it hard to believe a man that's as incredibly racist as Joe Biden got more of the black community's vote than the first black president of the United States. That fact alone lets me know all I need to know about the last election.
Oh, come on, man.
I agree.
Come on, man.
Hey, wait! I'll wait. Where's my president pop fucking meme? Hang on.
What happened? Who'd we lose?
You looking at the pop meme?
Who left? Did I?
We left.
Ice cream. What about the Americans over there that are trapped?
Wait.
There. I like ice cream.
Wait. Here's scumbag Bo Jiden. There. That's him sitting up in the White House right now. Somebody tell me what the plebs are doing. Somebody feel the hair on my legs. I was in the pool. The kids love it. Like this guy doesn't know. He doesn't know what day it is.
Of course
not. Really, he doesn't.
He's sitting there listening to all the words that Obama's telling him.
And listen, the point has been made many times that essentially this is the Obama administration's third term. Because many of the people, and it's just funny how there's this eerie connection that they previously served in the Obama administration or in Biden's.
Well, and he brought back the worst press secretary in history. Few times been around that track, but it's not just gonna happen like that because she ain't no circle back girl. She ain't no circle back girl. It's my shit. Man. It's my shit. Oh, fucking Jen Psaki. I've been waiting for that parrot head bitch. Oh my god. When they brought her back, I'm like, where's Jay Carney? Bring that idiot back too while we're at it. Where's Jay Carney?
Don't hold your breath.
Bring him back.
I think the military should go rogue, go in there, take them all, and then throw Jen Psaki out of a fucking plane at 60,000 feet.
Well,
wait, Pedro's got the helicopter warming up. Hang on a second.
Well, Resvergam, the point about Obama though, and this is what I used to always call Obama, especially during his second term, was he was the silver-tongued devil. And that is why he was so effective. That's exactly why they wanted him there. And even though that, I think that he was compromised by the globalists just as much as anybody else. But the thing with Obama was he was effective because he had the gift of gab. He had the gift
Oh.
of believability that he could, really sell it.
He
Well,
won the
his-
08
his
election
vic-
in 04.
His victory was only skin deep. He was Bush with a tan,
Mm-hmm.
and more so than even you can imagine. Because if you look into his family, they were connected to intelligence. His grandmother ran a bank that allegedly, was a front for the CIA in funneling money for operations. And if you look at his how he got his free ride through college, well, I mean, it's very reminiscent of Bill Clinton, who also was, a deep state stooge. And Bill Clinton may have been, I don't know, it's a conspiracy theory, may have been actually the illegitimate son of Winthrop Rockefeller. So
Wait,
I mean,
wait,
it's
Wes.
a tangled
shit.
web you weave.
Wait, Wes.
Really?
Is this conspiracy or conspiracy?
Oh, that is the question. Conspiracy or conspiracy?
I hear the what was it? What is it? I think the governor of New York, former now, is related to a war crime person.
Yeah,
I have heard that.
Did somebody call me? I
and that is,
Boops. If you hold the
I mean,
door
if
open,
you
I'm
compare
gonna
the if you compare the picture, it's the most famous one, by the way.
Yeah.
And if you compare the pictures, there's a fucking resemblance like you wouldn't believe.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's interesting, but like I said, I'll stick for now to what I know that can be proven, and I think that we've done a pretty good job.
I do believe there are some records that can prove that. Actually,
Yeah.
it's common knowledge, just
Listen.
not talked about.
I'm not a perv. I'm just Italian.
Well, I mean, Bill Clinton, his rise was very unlikely. I mean, and it's very convenient that his father was a dead guy, right? Died before he was born. It's all very convenient, but
Yeah.
There's a theory that Frank Marshall Davis is Obama's biological father.
If you
I've
look
heard
at the
that
face
too.
and you listen to those two talk, Frank Marshall Davis and Obama sound almost identical, and their gestures, their gesticulations are almost identical.
That is interesting. Yeah. Doom tip.
And Frank Marshall Davis has a nudie book with Obama's mom in it. So there you go.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah, exactly. Man. It's
Good
all
evening,
bullshit. He was
friends.
put in from the CIA. All this shit is planned out. They know what they were gonna do. That's why they were pissed when fucking Hillary couldn't take it. They tried to do their cheating. They didn't do enough back then, so they made sure this time around it would be a landslide for fucking Pop.
So let's hear what Doom Tep has to say.
Good evening, friends. My sources, Reddit, tell me that Barack Obama is not the son of Frank Marshall Davis. No, it is indeed much worse than we had earlier thought. My sources also tell me that he is actually the son of Gary Marshall and Kathleen Kennedy. Yes, it is terrible. It's quite terrifying. But I think this all could lead to Kathleen Kennedy finally getting fired.
I hope
Please
so.
send me super chats.
Hey, kids,
until
it's just
then,
me, Kevin Smith again.
Stay angry, my friends.
I wonder if I could get Doomcock on one of my programs. I'd like to do your story, Doomcock. What do you think, Doomtep? Do you think, can we get you on? Can we write your story, maybe kill you in the first 5 minutes?
I would be honored to die in the first 5 minutes of your production, and I highly admire your work on Masters of the Universe Revelations,
See,
especially
I knew
what you
you
did
were
with
the
Tila.
You're the best.
I can't even do it anymore.
First Kathleen Kennedy, then another crying bitch.
That's right,
Harrison.
Harrison. All right. Well,
you're in the wrong place.
Well, we got one last thing, and I don't have an article for this one. I'm just gonna kind of rip up of what I know, because I'm not going to show the trailer because we're not allowed. We will get dinged, and I don't feel like fighting another copyright claim. So the new the new Spider-Man trailer came out. I don't know if you guys have seen it yet.
Yep.
You know, I've given it a chance. I watched it. It was actually pretty good, to be honest. I thought so. I didn't think it was bad. The only problem I still have is, you know, not so much anything except, like, I still can't wrap my head around, like, I'm sorry, I wouldn't stop time and fuck up reality just to rescue Zendaya. You know, that's hashtag not my Mary Jane. Sorry.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, she's
technically
Michelle.
MJ.
She's
Yeah.
Michelle Jones, right? That's her name, isn't it? Is Michelle Jones. She's MJ, but she's not Mary Jane. Yeah, that's how they skip around that.
Yeah.
Drew, you don't know how good her oral skills are yet. I'm speaking as a former mayor. I mean, if her oral skills are that good, I don't know. I think maybe time and space. Fuck you, time and space.
I think you should listen to this guy. This guy knows what he's talking about. We are cut from the same cloth. He's amazing. Go ahead, preach it, brother. Tell him to get into the chopper. Tell him to get 16 vaxes. It's all going to be good. Come with me if you want to live.
Hey, fuck you, Arnold. We know what they have on you. We know that you did some kind of gay porn, and that's why you're talking like this. And that's why you're telling people to get vaccinated. You're under their control.
That cannot be confirmed or denied. I do not know what you're talking about. Get out of here with that.
Infowars.com. We have all the documentation. We have the film. You're a Nazi.
So for those of you that have seen the trailer, I just wanted to kind of go around the panel and get everybody's impressions, what they thought. What was your initial thoughts on the new Spider-Man trailer?
All right, I just watched the first minute of the trailer, man. That shit plays like propaganda. I'm sorry.
Okay.
The one thing I don't like is the Inception shit that they're doing with it. That
Okay.
everything's kind of folding in on itself. But
Yeah.
I do like that they are incorporating those other characters. I covered it back when Melina first dropped that info. I was one of the first ones to talk about it. I love that Melina's coming back. I love that they're going to have Maguire and Garfield in there. Willem Dafoe, that he's back. I'm excited about that stuff.
Yes.
I was really stoked about the supervillains, Vinny. The isn't oh god, isn't Emma Stone in this one too?
No, I think she's gonna make her Gwen Stacy appearance, and you've got Thomas Hayden Church too as Sandman, correct?
Yeah, Sandman was in the trailer.
I thought Emma Stone was suing Disney, so I thought, you know.
I thought she was making.
No, they reached a settlement.
Oh, they did. Okay.
No.
Yeah,
they gave her a sequel.
Yeah,
it was
her?
To Cruella.
It was her and the other actress that was also talking about selling.
Emily Blunt.
Man.
Thank you so much, Tox. Appreciate it.
Oh yeah, man, that's awesome. My fingers are crossed that it is going to be the Sinister Six that they have in here, because the ones that we know that are 100% confirmed, because they've even talked about it, is Jamie Foxx as Electro, but he's not going to look the same way. So that means maybe he's going to be a different multiverse version of him. So we have him, we have Green Goblin, we have Octopus. So we know those three are confirmed. It looks.
I heard there's a rumor that Lizard was going to be in it too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I heard that, but they said there's a clip that's in the trailer when you see the lightning bolt hitting. It looks like there's a big sandstorm, and there's another figure that's in the middle of that. That could be the Lizard. So I don't know. 100%.
Yeah, that I watched the first minute of the trailer. It was on the Cosmic Book News. They had the trailer attached, and I watched the first minute. And basically, what I'm getting from that is they're telling people it's okay to dox someone's identity. It's okay to ridicule them and do whatever and just be a mean piece of fucking shit to them. That's what I see. It's propaganda to me.
Yeah.
It's teaching people bad habits and saying, hey, this is okay to do that. And what's that got to do with a comic book hero?
Yeah.
You know?
But now they're gonna
have my most favorite character next to the Hulk is Spider-Man, and they gotta fuck with Spider-Man. That goddamn pisses me off.
They've been fucking with Spider-Man thanks to Joe Quesada for the longest time. That piece of shit. I got a personal thing with that cocksucker. But again, he's been ruining careers nonstop. He hurt mine. I was supposed to work on Spider-Man. I wasn't sure if you knew that, Bear. But again, these people, they've been doing this for a long time. And that's what part of this storyline is. It's he was exposed who he was in the first Civil War comic book series. Then I think they did something similar where he goes to Doctor Strange to cast a spell where people forget who he is.
Yeah, it's Civil War in one more day, basically.
Yeah, One More Day was a colossal fuck up. That's why they lost Michael Straczynski. He was infuriated at what that piece of shit Quesada did because he had things mapped out for another good long run, and Quesada stepped in because he was going through personal shit and he wanted to put his personal shit onto Spider-Man, going through a divorce, all this stuff. He's another sick fucking bitch, worse than Kevin Smith with all the tears. This guy is just an evil lump of shit, and he doesn't care that he destroyed a character like that. That made millions of kids happy around the world. People have been following him for 60 plus years. He doesn't give a shit. That's what's in these companies. That's why we fight so hard against this kind of thing.
I do want to go back through because I pulled up my stream elements, and so I'm just reading through the tab of tips, aka super chats. Tina Bojan just sends $5. Godzillionaire says super hat. Dexy Doodle sends $5. Godzillionaire had sent 10. Thank you so much for that, you guys. Boobs sends boobs and smiley emoji. Toxic Man Flu says, "Get your popcorn ready. The Invalid and the Hooker Show." That was worth it all in itself. So we are caught up on tips, aka super chats. So they're
super hats.
Yeah, that typo will not be. I will not live that down. There will probably be memes made of that. And hopefully the Wake Down isn't watching this stream out there somewhere, because I know he would be the first one on that. He would probably go ahead and clip video footage of me and then just Photoshop all variety of different hats on me. It'd be like super hats. So yeah, I'm fully expecting at some point I'll get memed with that. But yeah, thank you again, folks, for your help, especially with being with the day I had being out there, just scraping, standing in line in 90-degree weather at a food bank today. Thank you so much for your support and whatnot, because this time it's literally putting food on the table for the rest of the month. So thank you so much. I know my mom thanks you as well, and I appreciate the support of the channel. I really do. So I can't. I'm just incredibly blown away. So I appreciate it.
And everyone in chat has been absolutely fantastic. The support that they give you and everyone is just amazing. We can't thank you enough. Whatever you could do for Drew and his mom too, make sure you keep getting that love out there. Spread the good word, and make sure subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Let people know about this fantastic channel.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah. Any more thoughts on the Spider-Man trailer, guys, or everybody kind of have their say? So if you want to get your final comments in real quick, and then we'll go around and let everybody do an awesome outro.
I really do think. Go ahead.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. It's all good, brother. Go ahead.
I really think they're gonna screw it up somehow. They're just gonna do what Marvel Disney always does, or Disney Marvel, whatever you want to call them. I think they're going to do what they always do. So they're going to screw it up, and they don't have no love. They just want to put random things in from One More Day or the comics and go, hey guys, we read comics too. No, you don't.
Exactly.
You don't have the love. You don't have the respect. You don't have anything for that.
Mhm.
And it's just frustrating, you know.
Well-
especially what they did to Kirby's and Marvels, you know. So I'm upset with that one too, you know.
Well,
I just want the respect for, you know, the stuff we love.
Well, you know what,
You know?
Jed? I think what you're trying to say is that's my opinion.
That's my opinion!
Yeah. So yeah.
I'm seeing that.
I want to just address Tree Rock real quick there. He said, why do these artists, I guess, and writers too, why do they make these comic books without any hope? What's wrong with hope? That's it. They don't want to give hope to people. They're still they're under that narrative of what's going on right now in politics and shit too, and that's what they want to.
Thank you, Adam.
If you want hope, again, back my books, back Sunsworn, back Bonds. There are characters in there. There's real stories. You're gonna have great stuff in there. I have a number of projects already out. It's still available as well. And yes, there's hope in these books. You want good to be evil, you know. You're gonna get that stuff, but who says you're not gonna have a great journey, you know?
Well, the reasoning, you know, and I think you guys hit on it. The reasoning why they want to do that right now is, again, you know, they don't want for people to have any sort of escape or to hold on to any sort of you know, hope. They want to push dystopia.
Yeah,
because
miserable.
Because
the serfs shouldn't be allowed to be happy. The plebs must be held down.
Yeah, that's exactly it, man.
Pretty much.
All right. Well, we'll go around and we'll let everybody do their cocaine. I mean, do their outros.
Spending $150 million on cocaine would make sense.
Add hookers and you got a good Saturday night.
Did I just hear Gary?
Yes. Yeah.
Awesome.
I mean, you know, if you want them to look at you. All right.
Look deep into my eyes.
I'm dual screening it, so I have when you played it, and then I have the actual YouTube feed, so I'm getting double vision right now.
Gary's looking disapprovingly twice.
He's looking down on me from my upper monitor. It's really kind of creepy.
Wes, you know better.
All right. Well,
I did get a chance to meet him and Mrs. Nerdrotic in Vegas. It was very nice.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Well, we'll let Jed say his goodbyes, plug his channel. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Okay. What the reason why I was kind of quiet? I got a little bit of somebody said, "Hey, Ryan," and then Biggles contacted. He goes, "Hey, dude, you know I'm where you live. You want to go see Ryan?" I was like, "Hell's yeah!" So I'm gonna go get to see Biggles and Ryan tonight. So, I'm kind of happy about that because I didn't get to go to Vegas. So I'm gonna go get to see Ryan and Biggles tonight, and whoever else shows up at Ryan's thing here in Phoenix. So so I'm kind of happy about that. So that's a little bit reason why I was quiet. But yeah, we do especially a stream on Sunday. That we still don't know what we're gonna do yet, but yeah, we're gonna do something. But 2 days of the week. Okay, so you either see me over here on Drew every now and then when Drew lets me on, and I see that period when Drew lets me on. I'm much appreciative that Drew lets me on, and everybody else here go subscribe to them. And then on tomorrow we're trying something new. Me and Iron are gonna probably do a gaming stream later on at night. So, and then Thursday, Global Geek Gang, me and Mike show that we brought together because we wanted to bring all our friends together. And then Thursday night SmackDown, which Drew, me, Tom, Comics, and Culture are on.
Thursday night Throwdown.
Yeah, Thursday night Throwdown. Yeah, Thursday night Throwdown. Yeah. So so I'm much appreciative that the guys let me on there, and they're not tired of me yet.
Hashtag Dick's Division.
Yeah, Dick's Division, brother, and yeah, everybody makes jokes about Drew, and
Yeah.
So and then sorry. And then Friday is very busy. I show up on Foul Ball. I show up on Father Christopher's. I show up on Pop Culture Minefield. Saturday, Snow, I think, said the Cotton Connection's coming back Saturday. Don't quote me on that, but you'll see me over there because I'm part of the Cotton Connection. So, and then I do other things on Sunday with T-shirt and Pop Culture Minefield and whoever else lets me on. And Sunday is our thing, so sorry it took forever.
All right.
So.
Well,
and everybody, please subscribe to everybody on here, Wes and everybody else, because everybody else has the heart of a patriot, and everything else here, and everybody else is awesome. So please go subscribe to them too. Thank you, guys.
Amen.
Well, speaking of patriots and a great creative artist, I want to give a shout out to Vinny Art, and go ahead and let Vinny say a couple words about where he can be found.
Thanks, brother. Yeah, you can find me at Vinny Art on Twitter, on YouTube. My channel, again, we're still growing it. I'm at about 875 subscribers now. Still trying to get some more watch hours as well. So if you guys could help push me there, I'd love to get monetized before the
Yeah.
What did I miss?
Fucking bear. God damn you, bear.
I don't know what happened, but anyway, I have live streams. Oh, it happened already. Super hats.
I beat everyone to it.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
You're an asshole.
Actually, I was still working on mine, Bear, and mine was going up right now. Where do you want it, Drew? Do you want it in the family chat? Do you want it in the core chat?
I don't know. Let
just put
Vinny
it
finish.
everywhere.
Where do you want it, Drew? That's what she said.
Oh my.
So,
But, guys, Through the Woods, we're about one sale away from hitting 41,000. So if you guys want it, that book ships immediately, like literally next day. I put it in the mail. So we got that, City of Venus, the 2 art books. Those are all available. And like I said, they all ship immediately. Shadow of the Kraken is the newest one I'm working on. You guys got to see a little peek of some nice breasts. I mean, a nice panel on the page. I'm finishing that up now. But
I appreciate you keeping us abreast of things.
Of course, man. You're always going to be, kept afloat by those fantastic, lovely, buoyant breasts. So if you love my artwork, if you're in for really cool stories, this is a pirate story. Yes, there's historical accuracies in there and characters you're going to see in history. They're going to be in this book, but it also takes a supernatural twist as well. A lot of adventure, a lot of fun. It has so much going for it. The villain is going to be really fantastic in the story as well. But again, if you guys have support my other projects, you know that my quality is the highest you're going to get, especially in the indie scene. I put my heart and soul into all of this. My live streams are usually on Fridays and on Sundays. Sunday night is usually my bigger chill stream where we get a little crazy over there, and my guests kind of vary all the time. But we've ripped apart He-Man and Kevin Smith and all that. We've covered a bunch of different things, but on my channel you could also find toy reviews. Since I'm a former lead designer at McFarlane Toys, I'm kind of giving my take on collecting and the stuff that I have, and I want to kind of showcase and talk about, because again, that's been a big part of my career. And again, I'm a big collector. I'm a nerd. I love all this stuff. So but we're putting out really great stuff. I also have art classes over on my YouTube channel. So if you want to learn how to draw, storytell, I got a series of those. I got about, I think, 18 videos. So check out all that great stuff. Make America Great Again, especially with Drew.
No, they
super
put
hats.
I don't have super chats. I have super hats.
They're fantastic. And most importantly, go to Infowars.com. We have great supplements over there. You got to keep us afloat. Again, we give you the great news all the time. Well, not always great news, but we have all the facts. We have everything for you over there at Infowars.com. Remember, don't drink the water in Jersey. It's making the frogs gay.
Oh my God, man!
Justin Normie just retweeted.
Oh God, I am never gonna live this down now. I am never gonna live this down.
Oh hell, the super hats.
Oh God, you guys are never gonna let me live.
What we should do, Drew? Maybe put you in another gigantic hat every single day.
Well, hey, Drew. The reason why it happened is because Steven's not here.
Oh, we can never forget about the tree historian.
Oh, Tree Rock Creation says super chats.
He's climbing palm trees in Florida right now. You know it.
Oh God. All right, let me go ahead and we'll let Tommy talk about where he can be found.
Well, you can find me a lot more places than you can find Walt Bonus because nobody can seem to find that guy. I know Steven loves that so much, and I had to throw that out there for him. Hey, everybody, what's going on? This is Tommy in the Guinea Pig Collective, where you can find me on my channel, usually nibbling at toes, talking about old toys and old movies and whatever else is just absolutely ridiculous that I happen to see at that time. Every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern, you can find me and the crew going old school retro discussions where we have a great panel that usually comes on and we talk about all those franchises that we love from years past and why they are so important to protect now, because you got to go back and remember what made them great to begin with, or how can you fight the new stuff now, because it's empty if you don't have anything to base it off of. But remember, never let anybody tell you what you can and can't say, what you should or should not watch, because your silence gives consent. And also, in the near future, I'm trying to finish up working all the particulars for the show, but eventually Vinny and I will be doing another live stream where we're going to be talking about old toys and old cartoons and everything. I'm still trying to get the rest of the stuff done. Unfortunately, I am getting tied down with paperwork from lawyers and everything else involving my father's house, so it's kind of set me back just a little bit. But hopefully that's all going to get squared away soon. And remember, for the author is no longer with us. I am the author, Stephen Walton, the lumber menace tree historian. Your tree historian, born in the national forest, fighting for your right to get wood without splinters. We shimmy, but we do not kneel. And by the way, my favorite tree is oak. Make sure to send a few saplings my way, and I will properly take care of them.
Shimmy, shimmy,
wash your hands,
no gimme.
Wash your ass, and water your saplings. Peace.
Yeah, Tree Rock Creations, Vinny, shoot me the link to your YouTube in the private chat so I can post it in there.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah. All right. We will go over to my one of my dearest friends, my adopted brother, my partner in the troops, and that is Wes Moody of the Wes Moody Webcast. And go ahead and let Wes know where he can be found and what he's got going on.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here on Rogue Entertainment, and it's great to be here with these amazing folks on the panel and in the chat. I am Wes Moody of the Wes Moody Webcast. You can find me on youtube.com/Wes Moody Webcast, odyssey.com/Wes Moody Webcast, and pretty much anywhere else with that hyphen or slash or whatever it's called. So I talk, I talk about pop culture, current events, occasional conspiracy theories, occasional card talk, gaming streams, and I'll vlog about whatever the heck I want to, because it is my webcast, and I hope to see you there, my friends. It was nice meeting many of you in Vegas. I met Biggles Met in Vegas, Eric K. Got the opportunity to meet Eric K. Ryan Kinnell, Drunk 3PO, Nerdrotic, Mrs. Nerdrotic, Culture Casino, Mrs. Culture Casino, the boss, and I'm sure I'm leaving some people out. Oh, the Nerdporial Lifeform. And it was an amazing experience, and I hope to meet many more of you in person going forward, because I almost felt unworthy to be charged up by that much positive energy. It was really nice. I was like, these are my people. This is amazing. I love it. So in absence of that, I'd love to see you in the chats and subscribe to my channel.
Well, you know, on a personal note, Wes, I can't wait till whatever is the time that you know, I can meet you in person, shake your hand.
Oh, and Angela Straven, yes.
We can do a stream together, and yeah, we can sit down and touch base and actually talk about the truth in person. And I'm looking forward to when that day comes, Sarah, because you know, you've done so much for me, Wes, and you are indeed family to me, my friend.
For sure, buddy. I just want to acknowledge Angela Straven in the chat. I did meet him in person as well, and dude, his costume, his vampire outfit in real life, dude, it's really ornate. It's very cool.
It's not an outfit though, Wes. That's really him.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna get to hang out with Draven at Horror Hound in a couple weeks. He just ordered his tickets. We're just talking about that. So hell yeah, I'm excited to get to meet him.
That's pretty cool. You all get to whore together at the Horror Hound.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, nice. All right, let's go over to Bear Nerd Fun. Bear.
Hey now, how's everyone doing? Where the bear gives no shits and the bear does what the fuck he wants and sings songs.
And throws out.
If y'all can't agree with that, come to my channel because I give no shits and give no fucks.
And throws out the hat memes.
Yeah. I like jokes, and a lot of times I will be the butt of my own joke because it's just funny.
And you like
I got 25 songs that are in the can that needs to be put on a slideshow, and a couple new songs coming out, and you know I'm pointing shit out left and fucking right, up and down, and all that stuff. So we're just gonna continue to rock and continue to give hugs, continue to say fuck you to the man, because that's what he is. He's the fucking man. And those of you hippies out there, keep being hipsters, keep saying fuck you to the man. Don't follow Bob Weir and his Dead and Company, because they want you to get that poke in the arm. And there's plenty of bands out there that aren't making you do that. Follow them. And blessings to Jerry Garcia and all that stuff, and those that listen to the good music. Those that are still rocking on and all that stuff, and those keeping the faith. Hail to the Phantom Menace, and hail to all you, hail to the chat, because you make it worth being here. Yeah. Without you, wouldn't be no thing, wouldn't be fun.
Hey, Bear.
Hail to the chat.
Hey, Bear.
Yeah.
It's about damn time that we got together on one of these finally.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But, ladies and gentlemen, I do have to go because I'm going to go play some darts and have a beer, and me and the wife are going to get out of the house.
Oh, have one for me, brother.
I will indeed. And,
all right.
Yeah.
Hail, beer, and darts.
Yeah.
So whoever's live streaming, we might be listening to you live streaming while we're playing darts and playing video games, and maybe even a little bit of pinball.
All right.
And once again, those of you that got pinball parts for Time Fantasy Pinball Machine, DM me if you have them. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Bear.
Hail.
Take it easy, my brother.
Hail.
All right.
Thanks for having me on, brother man. Hail to the panel, and it's been nice rubbing elbows with all you. And
all right,
you know, when my two boys ain't getting into stuff and distracting the hell out of me and making me to where I have limited time with live streaming because they need just a little bit of extra guidance. When they're not tripping me up, I'll be on live streams. Hail to y'all, and I'll check y'all later.
All right. See you, Bear.
Adios.
All right. And last but not least, we've got the man, the myth, the legend, the people's champ, E-Tap. I do.
It's like Flavor Flav, except attractive, and I actually am not bankrupt and don't have 17 kids. I'm Etep Okuyan, the people's champion. Etep Okuyan's place to be reviews right here with all yous, even those Orthodox Jews. L'chaim. No, you can find me every Monday night, 8:30 Eastern, Going in Raw. Had a great show last night with my co-host Tony Tone Deaf, the Red Gaze. He's our assistant regional manager, and our guest Mary Mayhem. We actually broke down that Spider-Man trailer. If you want to hear what we said about that in depth, go check it out. And I'm skeptical of Marvel. I've hated everything they've released since post-Infinity War. So yeah, it takes a lot to make me cautiously optimistic. This doesn't look great, but Alfred Molina, cool. But no, I have Going Rogue, my Rogue Entertainment show tomorrow night, 8:30. You can join myself, Tony Tone Deaf. Our guest will be making his debut on the channel. Brightest Day will be joining us. Culture Casino will be joining us. And I do believe Saggy Melons will be making an appearance. It's been so long since I've streamed with her. I miss her. So join us over there, 8:30 Eastern. That's my Rogue Entertainment show. Thursday morning, 9:30 until 11. And Friday morning, 9:30 until 11. You get Mornings with the Place to Be reviews, where sometimes it's just me. Sometimes I have Miss Vassy on from Vassy Reviews. And whoever else wants to pop by. Sometimes Tony, my co-host, pops in, or Coach Loudy shows up, whoever's there. Yeah, I got videos coming out too. We're working on the Monday Night Wars series behind the scenes for my brother, my co-host Tony Tone Deaf's channel. We're going to be breaking down the entirety from 1995 until the end of the Monday Night Wars in around 99 when it actually ended. Basically, and WWE took over in the ratings. We're going to be covering that episode by episode, week by week. That's coming up.
That was absolutely the best time to be a wrestling fan too.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I was when I was writing my review of the first Nitro, I remember coming home from football practice and sitting there and getting cleaned up, eating dinner and getting ready for Nitro, because I was like, I grew up a Smoky Mountain Wrestling NWA fan. I like that, and I was trained in the Southern style of pro wrestling, so I have more of an admiration for that than I ever did the Fed. Of course, I liked Hulk Hogan. He's a larger than life figure, but no, it was always that Southern style of wrestling. So WCW really resonated with me. So we'll be talking about that, and yeah, I've got some. Yeah, we've of course we got the NWO shit, but yeah, come on over, subscribe, man. We're at 779 right now. I need one person, push me over that 780. We got the watch hours covered. We're at 7,000, 7,500 watch hours. I need subscribers. Subscribe. I put out hella good content. My live streams, I have a ton of different guests. And I'm streaming 4 days a week on my channel. That's not counting being here every Tuesday night on Orville Nation over there with PJ for the Orville review, and wherever else I might pop up sometime on the men's room. I've been on the High Council, so you can find me a little bit of everywhere. But just subscribe, follow me on Twitter at the place to be RE1. And thank you, Drew, for having me on, brother. Hail this panel.
Let's get ETEP monetized, man. And the best thing that I love about these guys is, like I said, they're family to me. They are 100% family to me. These gentlemen, all these gentlemen that have been on the panel are wonderful. They look out for me. I look out for them, and and they're incredibly supportive human beings. And we need more of that love, folks. We need more of that love. Don't let what's going on in the world get you down. Hold on to hope, because there is hope out there. All we need to do is just band together, and we got this shit. And we can throw it back in the face of the globalists, of all these evil assholes, of all the people that want to push the satanic and anti-human agenda. We can get our country back, our world back. We just need to band together and not fall for the divisive garbage. And I think slowly but surely we're headed in a direction where we're going upwards and not downwards. So, hold on to that hope, folks. Don't forget that. And of course, I appreciate all of you that came out to the chat tonight. And hail Scott Jennings of Dick's Division. It's great to see you. John Q as well. I know I said hi to you in the chat, but I wanted to just give you a shout out. Of course, Justin Normie Scott, great to see you, buddy.
Drew, one thing you did miss on when you're talking about these globalists and these people that are in power that are pushing this kind of nonsensical bullshit right now is they hate guinea pigs. They use us all the time. They're always talking about us, and I think that's pretty sick.
That's not true. That's not
I thought
true.
I thought they liked gerbils. Unfortunately, that was part of the problem.
Lemmy Winks.
That was Richard Gere. That was Richard Gere.
Lemmy Winks.
We experiment on all kinds of animals, little ones, dogs, cats.
Do you have a
children.
gerbil named Lemmy Winks Fauci?
Lemmy Winks. I remember we're still trying to kill him. But remember, everything Drew said, the opposite. Pray to Fauci. There is only Fauci. Thank you.
Oh, Fauci. You just like to murder, don't you?
No, it's going to be terrible. One day, Vinny's going to wake up and Vinny's going to be gone, and it's just going to be Fauci.
Oh God.
It'll be one of those. I'm gonna make an Animorphs meme of Vinny slowly changing from Vinny to Fauci.
Oh God. On that note, folks, we will see you on Thursday for Pegasus Actual, and we will see you back here next Tuesday.
I'm gonna gain 200 pounds. I'm turning into Alex Jones instead. Thank you. Infowars.com.
Yeah, we will see you next Tuesday for Rogue Squadron again. Take care, everybody.
They think it's right to murder. They want to murder. Look at all the people, and they get a kick out of it. A sexual kick out of it. The whole thing, I think it's sick.
I think it's sick.